Welcome back to the world of Tapir. The story thus far, well, actually, before we jump into that, I will address something. Last session, I tried something new, stepped out of my comfort zone, and ended up biting off more than I can chew. As a result, I did not properly convey the scene, and some details ended up getting missed, which overall lowered the quality of the session, and for that I do apologize. With that out of the way, we'll get into the recap. So, the story thus far is that the False Sun crew arrived on the Isle of Muliath in order to follow one of the leads that Mal had given them. There, they had met the necromancer Surazal, who gave them a tour and had a display of power before uh, inviting them to a ball. There, the bard had danced with Surazal and revealed something she probably should not have about the divination core, which they had picked up in Cogston, on top of the scepter. And so, once the ball had ended, everyone retired to their rooms. The clerics went snooping around the castle and picked up the keys from the butler's room, and then did not return them when they went to sleep. In the night, Raja had seen the weasel from the ship coming into or landing on the floor of Corvus's room and decided to follow. Saw it turn into a slime, attack and disguise as the butler. Things went down. Surzal was angry. The party had been split. Corvus had been tossed off a cliff, or tossed off the balcony overlooking the cliff. Uh, and eventually everyone reunited in the chamber under the castle, known as the Bloated Estuary, where the scientist, Doctor Tod, had managed to get the heart of Surazal in the form of a child held hostage. Uh, he then managed to. He then got the cane and also the scepter, which he stole from the ship, and killed the heart, which killed Surazal, and teleported away. So as the last bit of Surazal, as Surazal has died, you hear the clattering of bones tumbling down the chute, the food chute, and you hear a thump as one of the cleaner zombies collapses on the ground. Surazal lays dead before you, as does the heart, and the butler has gone to Surazal's body and begins to hold him. Oh God, what's that? What's that one pose called? The Jesus pose?
The crucifixion pose.
No, no, no. The pose where like Jesus's mom is holding his corpse.
Oh yeah, the morning of Mary. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
exactly which painting you're talking about.
yeah, that
Sculpture.
kind of
Yeah.
pose. Uh,
It's
Something Madonna, I think.
Pieta.
Yeah.
Pieta.
Yeah. It.
It's Italian for pity or
Uh,
compassion.
all right.
That's
Yeah,
the name of the subject, Mary holding her dead son.
but yeah, he's on his knees, wounded. and he begins to cry over Surazal's corpse.
Who's crying over Cyril again?
The butler.
The butler.
Oh, the butler.
The butler did it. The crying, I mean.
Yeah. So, what do y'all do?
I'm gonna start marching up the spiral stairs. I'm gonna whip out my compass.
All right.
All right, that's was a wisdom check or save to use it.
It was wisdom or intelligence check.
Either. I'll go for intelligence because that's a flat roll. Fucking goddamn it! It was almost an 18.
What was it now?
5.
Well, you did get a long rest, so you do have lucky and also a point of DM
True.
inspiration.
I'm not wasting an inspiration on this. Another Okay, fuck me.
What?
The game says you're rolling 5. I spent 2 lucky charges and I rolled 5, 5, 5.
All right.
I'm changing dice.
Yeah, I will allow you. Fuck it. I'll allow you to have a freebie because that is impressive and also sad. Go ahead and change dice. We'll have
I did. Okay.
the new dice is the second lucky point. Is
All right. Okay. I get one more I get one more roll.
yes.
Free lucky.
Yes.
Just
It's a pity. It's a pity roll.
7.
Okay. The manner in which the compass reacts as you're trying to focus does not seem to pick up on anything within its range.
I just hit like smacking it against my hand. Like, come on! I know he's got a core here.
As far as the compass is aware, there is none here, or
Was aware yesterday.
or nothing nothing close to a core here.
Yeah.
Would you be able? Would locate object work in this situation, or probably not?
I'll allow you to roll Arcana to see if you understand enough about what you're looking for.
Levair will be explaining it to you. It's he's just going to be explaining the core that we found way back when we activated Tortuga.
Tortuga.
I rolled a 19.
I have to explain it to her because she wasn't there.
But you did. But she was there for the scepter, which had a core on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she grabbed it at one point, I think.
Yeah.
I'm unsure if Surazal has a bear crystal or if it's in its container.
But okay, so with you said 19.
Yes.
All right. You understand the concept of an arcane core enough to feel somewhat confident in yourself. Though, as Levier likely explained, it's probably not going to be evocation, abjuration, divination, or conjuration. So that leaves. So you, understanding magic to an extent, would know that the options are either illusion, transmutation, or necromancy for this core.
Knowing Surazal, it's probably the necromancy core.
So I will say that you do have, if you want to focus on a necromancy core, you would know enough about it to try to locate.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to focus on the necromancy magic. Would detect magic be better in this case? And
Uh,
then we could follow the strongest, like, necromancy ping.
Detect magic has a limited range.
and is also
Okay.
visual.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll stick with locate object. Let me just find the thingy.
All right.
Also, I mean, I think most of the necromancy is probably gone at the moment.
As you focus on locating the object, the focus on your understanding of an arcane core. You don't get any pings. Uh, you do get this a feeling, like in the back of your mind, that at one point there was something very recently, but it's fading. That it is its presence is fading rapidly. What you were looking for was in the area, but is no longer.
This is not good. It seems
Ah,
like
grab the.
there was maybe the core here, but it is gone now. And she pats Captain consolingly on the shoulder, Livier.
Captain.
Uh, without Sirzal alive, it's gonna make the way out a lot. We have to teleport in everybody. We can
Well,
make a
I
portal.
mean,
We can make a portal.
did we see that one undead fall apart?
Mhm.
Who
Yeah.
saw that?
Y'all heard it, and y'all saw the skeleton chef's a few of the bones of the skeleton chef fall through tumble down into the chamber through the food chute.
Well, it looks like he was powering all of them on his own, unless he did some weird connecty bullshit with their bloodlines, which means they're not there. So all we'd have to deal with is peasants. I think I can kill a few peasants. I don't know about you.
We don't need to kill peasants.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't need to teleport past peasants.
No,
They're
no.
peasants.
I mean, Sirzal's magic is what made the reef magic. The reef surrounding the island.
Uh-huh.
With him gone, it
No?
means it's just a normal, mostly impassable reef.
Okay.
And that bastard went into my room and stole my shit. Means he probably took the map too.
Uh-huh. So what
Which is why it's a
what does
good
that mean
thing
we have to teleport?
we have the. I keep the crystals on my person. I do not keep those on the ship. They are in my. I keep those in my locker.
The butler speaks
I
up.
thought you were gonna say in your pockets.
The butler speaks up. All this talk of teleportation. Is it possible to follow him to get revenge?
Probably not for a while.
Not unless we knew what circle he used to teleport out.
We're going to find him. We're going to kill him.
Oh, we're gonna find him.
Did he
I'm
leave
gonna stab him
anything
in the
behind
dick.
that you can go to? Anything left behind that you can use as a focus?
Sushi is going to try to sniff one out, see if she can smell anything. I don't know why I thought that
I'll
would work.
go into the I don't know magic, but I can try. I'll go into the chamber that he was in when he teleported. See if there's anything there. Probably try to get others to do so.
All right. Go ahead and roll investigation.
He's probably too far gone to try locate object again, right? On
Oh
you.
yeah,
Yes.
we have no idea what. I rolled a 4. I'm
I
changing
got
dice
9.
again. I'm changing dice again.
I'm not good at investigation, but I tried.
Yeah. It seems like any magic in this room has faded.
Can we
Um.
get can we get someone more magically inclined in here?
Katya steps in.
All right. Go ahead and roll. Investigation.
Well, at least it's a better roll than ours was.
13.
You don't see anything physical, but with your magical knowledge, you'd know that the best way to get anything, to glean anything from spells such as this would be to try to identify any residual stuff.
Yeah, I'm confused as to why didn't roll Arcana because I'm like trying to figure out a magic thing.
Oh, I'll let you roll Arcana.
Okay.
Though, as said, you
16.
yeah. There is the smell of there's a faint smell of conjuration magic. He used a
What smell
scroll,
is conjuration magic?
lime. Uh,
Lime like the fruit or lime like the mineral?
Oh,
the fruit.
is the scroll still there, or did it
No,
like burst into flames or something?
it burst into green flames upon use.
Lime green specifically.
Yes, lime
Okay.
green. Conjuration. The color of conjuration is green.
Okay.
But your familiarity with scrolls, you would know that scrolls get consumed upon use, and the way they are made, has the way they are made is basically the spell is cast into them and held until use. So whatever object would be focused to where he was going would have been imbued with into the scroll.
Yeah.
Um,
So
Mm.
I had the idea that like maybe people who enchant scrolls sometimes leave like a magical signature, and Katya's been around for a really long time, so like I was thinking like would she maybe recognize like the flavor of scroll? Like is there like a trademark of where that kind of scroll comes from?
you would probably have to use an identify spell to glean that information, because identify can tell you about spells after the fact. It can tell you where spells, like if you're in a location where a spell has been made, or like you come across a runic circle that's been used, or the traces of some kind of circle, you could use that to identify what was spelled. Magic lingers is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll cast an identify.
uh, Before you do that,
Oh.
y'all do have a item that can do it.
Oh yeah.
I just want to remind you so that you don't
I
waste spell slots.
I hand. Does this thing need to be? I keep forgetting if this thing needs to be friggin' attuned or if it's just there.
Does it say attuned?
Nah. All right. Uh, I'll hand it over. It is a casting time of 10 minutes. Because it is basically just letting you ritually cast Identify at will.
Yeah. So as you focus on the spell specifically, as you focus on the identifying in this room, you have to push past the information coming in about the various runes that were on it while it was still active, and focus purely on the conjuration that took place once those spells had been faded, and you gain a vision of the scroll being enchanted. You don't see who is doing it, but you do see that the hands are scaled, either a kobold or a dragonborn. You're not sure, but they are copper scales as the conjuration is flowing into the scroll, and you do notice a familiar ring on the hand as the scroll is enchanted and handed to uh, Doctor Tod.
And just to clarify, that ring, it's the tree one, isn't it?
Yes.
Tree. Fucking trees.
Great, he's probably back with the cult. Should have just left him to drown.
Uh,
And unfortunately, he took my divination crystal, which means I can't reverse time. Alright, looks like we're back to hunting down the roots of Idrisil.
Grace has been busy with the heart, the child. She looks kind of upset. But she brought the child over to where Sarazal was too and like laid him out next to him.
they have a resemblance. The child looks just like what you would expect Surazol to look like at that age.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to the butler.
He removes the Surazol's glasses and puts them to the side to close Surazol's eyes, and then closes the eyes of the child.
Okay, so like, you're his right hand man, right?
Yes.
If he knows something, you know it, right?
More or less. Is it going to?
Congratulations.
What?
Until this gets figured out, I guess you're king.
Very well.
Was he a king? I thought he was
was
like
a lord.
duke or something.
He was the lord of this
All right.
island, and
Yeah,
even
Well,
he.
Lord,
you're in charge of the island now, lad. Have a pirogue.
By who's okay? But was he lord by his own authority, or did like someone give him the title?
As you say that, you hear a massive and a giant tentacle comes out of the water in the estuary.
All right, we're leaving. Have fun with the calamari.
That's Muliath. He's the one that Lord Surzol answered to.
The calamari?
he spoke to the giant squid thing.
The
Yes.
dinner plate over there.
As y'all are speaking, the tentacle comes over to the butler's forehead, and you see his eyes go blank for a bit before he says, "Yes, I understand."
So, like, should we try to kill it, or?
No, I think that was a bad idea.
The tentacle then retreats back into the water, but not without grabbing one of the without grabbing the collapsed cleaning zombie and dragging it under.
Cleaning zombie.
Yeah, the zombie that was stationed there with a giant brush broom to clean the inside of the estuary.
Mm-hmm.
One of them accidentally poked Muliath in the eye, so it dragged it under. Okay. Um, he wants. He says that anything I can do to help you avenge Shurzor.
You or Muliath?
The Muliath is our guardian deity. He's the one that protects
Okay.
this island.
Okay, so the reef is probably still magic then.
Yes.
Alright, I mean, you're still gonna portal out, but good to know. Uh, actually portal out might take us way
Who
too far.
who is it that did this? You seem to know. You mentioned a cult.
Ah, the roots of Yggdrasil.
So hard to keep track of cults these days. They don't like show up to the meetings. They don't, sign up for official cult status.
I don't think you understand how cults work.
He
Listen,
doesn't.
in my country, the cults had official standing.
Your country's ruled by a figurehead.
No, my country's ruled by my father.
Are you saying
Your
that your cult's
father's a-
unionized?
Your father is. We've already been over this. Your father is a figurehead for friggin'
Jariel.
Uriel.
Jariel. The country.
Jariel.
No, he's not a figurehead for
They put
them.
him in power.
No, he put himself in power by
Okay,
killing the
okay.
previous emperor. That's how it works. You
They
kill
gave
the
him the
previous
power.
one, you get
They
in
gave him
power.
they gave him the power to kill the previous emperor. Anyway,
Just focus, please.
all right, we can. One way that Muliath can help us is by helping us get out of the reef.
All right.
Other than that, I'm not entirely sure what an island spirit can do for us in this situation.
I see. What do you know about them? Perhaps I can help you prepare for them. Yeah.
Well, we have no idea where they're stationed.
Okay.
Yeah, but like, what are they after? Because I don't know much about these guys either. I'm still kind of a noob.
Tree
They
stuff?
want magic trees. They want like they want to sacrifice like sorcerers so that they can plant their magic tree
Well,
or
they were after that.
something.
They were after the Master's Cane.
Yeah, but was it them that was after it, or just the one guy? I don't.
Was he not with them?
He was
He seemed
kidnapped by
more
them, but
independent. He seemed more independent than the rest of them. You know what I mean? Like he seemed like he had his
I think
own
he was
goals.
just I think he was just working with them just so that he could get the teleportation scroll, honestly. And also because they kidnapped him.
Well, the scroll would take them to wherever they made the destination, would it not?
Yeah. He strikes me as the kind of guy to put himself in danger to further his own goals. I mean, he made a slime that drinks blood.
That's mildly horrifying. And I know.
I can think of worse fluids for slimes to drink.
It did more than just drink my blood, it copied me.
You could do some copying with some other fluids too.
Right. Well, he he feels around Surazal's pockets before pulling out a key and says, I'm going to look through the master's spellbook, see if there's anything that can help. The uh, I don't know. He runs out. He grabs the key and runs out back to the stairs,
Yeah,
leaving you alone in the bloated estuary with Surazal.
let's go upstairs. This place stinks.
It does. It very much does. Mostly from the water.
It smells like sewage and fish. I'm leaving.
All right.
Do you think there are actually fish?
Yes, please. My nose is killing me.
As y'all head back up to the stairs, you can see by the time you get up there, you see the butler is talking to the living guards, saying, and he says, "No, the master just stepped away for a moment. I assure you everything will be fine. Please return to your stations." And they take his word for it and leave. And then he locks the door, the front door to the mansion. Then he
Are we locked inside with him, or have we exited?
you're still inside with him. He's not really paying much attention to you. He's seems to be running on autopilot, basically, running up the stairs.
Understandable, he's just been traumatized. He's just been traumatized and told, hey, you're in charge now until we can get this figured out.
Yeah. But y'all do have more or less free reign in Surazal's castle.
Well, if there was any time to snoop, I guess it'd be now. I say, looking at the clerics.
This is
Why
just,
would
like,
I need to
been, like,
snoop?
out this entire, like, she's that woman stare.
You're cutting in and out.
Dang it. Is this better?
Yeah, I guess.
Or if it's just like zoning out, staring out at that woman stare.
That's
Or
fair.
to like process whatever just happened. Like it's just like springed up to life. It says like her job time now. What?
Yeah. All right. So what do y'all do?
Your best.
I guess Corvus is just gonna look to see like any sort of like stuff on necromancy so that she can move from the
All right.
Sushi just pats Corvus on the head and just like whispers to her, "You killed a child."
and then she immediately freezes upon that whispered to her ear and she starts bawling her eyes out.
Mission accomplished. Sushi walks away.
Damn, Sushi, you cold.
All right. Say you walk away. Where do you walk to?
Um.
I'm going to the kitchen.
All right.
I didn't have breakfast.
You know what? I'm also going to the kitchen. I'm going to start like looking through the silverware drawers.
Well, as you enter the kitchen, you can see that there is a hearty breakfast that is half made. You also see the bottom half of a skeleton near the disposal chute. The breakfast consists of pancakes, eggs, bacon.
Good enough.
Sushi sits at the counter and next to Levere and start
There
eating breakfast.
also there is bacon currently sizzling on the stove. It has burned to a crisp.
Ah, perfect. He picks up the bacon and eats it.
All right, it tastes like charcoal, salty charcoal.
Both Levere and Sushi have eaten worse.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Levere has
Probably
eaten
Katya
wood.
too. Probably Katya for that matter as well.
Yeah.
Sushi has eaten actual
Oh,
garbage.
definitely Katya.
All right. So
Katya's a regular old garbage can.
yeah. So as y'all are sitting around eating this half
Amphibian.
breakfast,
Well, enough breakfast for us.
well, yeah, it is enough breakfast for y'all.
Well,
Nah,
Katya's
pancakes,
been-
egg, and bacon is enough.
Yeah.
It's enough egg. It's enough breakfast for us specifically.
Yeah.
And Sushi is going to be competitively trying to urge Levere into helping her finish it before the rest of the party comes into the kitchen.
Yeah, it's enough breakfast for 3 people.
Pancake tacos.
Damn, that actually sounds pretty good. I'm gonna have to make that this weekend.
Ooh.
All right. So y'all,
It works best if you get them as like pretty thin pancakes, but at that point you're very close to just making a crepe.
I could go for some crepes. All right, so y'all eat your hearty breakfast before the others come in.
Corvus is now with them. She's
Yeah.
still like, bawling
Yeah,
her
well-
eyes on the floor.
So Katya's plan was to go steal shiny trinkets, but now,
You can do that.
well, first she has to comfort Corvus because Granny mode has been activated.
All right, so as Corvus wanders the mansion, I guess.
Well, she's
Or
gonna walk
castle.
over and like give Corvus a hug, and like offer her a pita joke to like eat. It's like a fried dough with meat or veggies in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Corvus just
Right.
stares
That's it.
blankly at it
That
before
is
beginning to
always
look at
good
it.
on for grief. Food always makes things just a little bit better.
After taking little peek bites out of it,
Mm.
Corvus just simply stares like looks at her. She's not even
You're cutting out.
looking. She's just looking over
Yeah.
like a girl, just glazed and just simply says, "Yeah, told me."
Of course, my darling. And then so she like holds Corvus and rubs their back and like sings them an old Russian lullaby.
All right. After, all right. Oh, go on, Gunmetal.
You go ahead. I was just gonna say Corvus like drips to sleep and kind of the
All right.
Drips to
Yeah, and
sleep.
Raja was already when they were getting food. Raja would have just curled up and is napping.
Okay. So as the clerics fall asleep,
So
the
Katya would like to deposit Corvus near Raja for them to nap together and go try and steal shiny trinkets.
all right.
Tiny thing.
All right. So, do you want to steal things from the guest wing or the wing that Surazal resided in?
The wing that Surazal was in, she wants to try and find a magic trinket.
All right. As you head over down the hallway, find your way to Surazal's room wide open. You can see the butler is currently poring over a book while sitting on Surazal's bed. Yeah.
See, I know you mean this like probably like really seriously, but I'm just imagining him like kicking, like this old man kicking his legs like a teenage girl while he does it.
Yeah. He doesn't look up from the book. Uh, doesn't even seem to care you're there.
Oh.
All right.
I'm
Well,
down to my last cookie.
um, I'm gonna cast detect magic to see what magical things might be in the room, and yeah.
All right. As you cast detect magic, most things light up. There is the you see the bathroom door and the closet door are both wide open now. And you see there's in the closet is a decent pile of like there's a you can see in the corner of the closet it's a walk-in. There's a umbrella holder that is full of several magic like staff. One's a staff, one's a sword. Um, one is just like uh, a cloak is hanging on a coat hanger in the closet that registers as magic. Um, the book that the butler is reading registers as magic, though it is in the sense of a wizard spell book, uh, as opposed to explicitly enchanted.
Mm. Well, um, what what kind of magic is the wizard's spell book?
Magic. The wizard's magic is uh
Yeah.
you can sort of gauge the book itself is not enchanted. It's more the what's
Yeah,
written in it. You can tell that
like
out,
just to tell like which like
about
spells, what like brand of spell is most prominent.
the most prominent would be necromancy.
Okay, so that's probably Sir Azal's spell book itself, and I don't. Katya doesn't know how much she likes that, but
And also the butler is reading it.
yeah, it's like in his damn hands. So she's just gonna ignore that. And would you say the umbrella stand weighs 10 pounds or less?
The things inside it, cumulatively, would weigh more than 10 pounds. You got a sword in there, what looks like a long sword, and you've got a staff in there. So that right there is like 13
All right.
pounds.
Well, since he's like poring over this book and not even noticed Katya, um, she's just gonna cast Mage Hand and have it just like bring them over one at a time,
All right.
like quietly.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth, I guess, for your mage hand. See how well you can float this staff over.
7 plus 11, 18.
Yeah, he doesn't know as you grab the staff. The staff, by the way, has conjuration magic to it.
Nice. Should I roll stealth for each one?
Yes, the sword.
Alrighty.
The sword has enchantment magic to it.
23.
Oh yeah, you just it just floats right behind the butler to your hand. The cloak that's on the coat hanger would also be enchantment.
Yeah, well, let's roll for the cloak. Ooh, natural 1, 31.
All right. Not only do you manage to quietly get it off the hanger, but you also fold it for easier transportation as you bring it over. Once it's in your hands, you feel like you feel it like is slightly wavy, even like like you can feel a wave of motion through it once, even after it's folded. Like
Oh,
just a constant
interesting.
wave of motion running down it, almost like a pulse.
Okay.
Uh,
That's real weird, but we'll deal with that later. What's up next?
uh, those are the main ones. Other than that, it's just there are crystals that are glowing that are enchanted with illusion magic. There's various you see glowing on various points on the walls. Um, but those don't seem tied to objects
Okay,
necessarily.
that seems maybe like there's some magical stuff going on in the room. Okay, I
Actually, no, you
don't.
wouldn't see the one on the walls. You wouldn't see the
Oh,
ones on the walls. Yeah, no, actually, a lot of the magical things their magic would have been faded with Surazal's death. Yeah, no, those would really be the main ones that are just out in the open.
okay. Hmm. What, like, gold and valuable objects and, like, gems can Katya see?
There's a candelabra on a nightstand that looks like it could be either silver or platinum, but um, yeah, it's got 3 candles on it that are currently lit.
Okay, that seems a little silly. Are there, like, necklaces or jewelry or anything?
Not out in the open.
Alright, I guess, since there's nothing else, let's try for those, illusion crystals.
All right, you go ahead and roll stealth with disadvantage, because this one
Okay.
is gonna be significantly harder, as they do seem to be the light sources of this room.
The lower roll was a 24.
All right, you managed to get one of the closer light crystals over in it. There's about, I'd say, 7 more across the
Alright,
wall.
one's enough.
All right.
She can tell it'll be tricky to get them all. One will probably be enough of a pretty penny, and also maybe the other stuff is useful. So she's gonna call it there and head back to the gang.
All right. As you head back downstairs, Levere and Sushi, y'all are just finishing up eating your breakfast as Katya walks right in carrying several things. You
Hi,
see
Katya.
you see them finishing up pancakes that they're eating on like an
You
island
have a
counter.
bag of holding, right? Let me stash these in here. We'll divvy them out later. I'll make some more breakfast for the rest of the lot.
Hi, Katya. I think we still
All
have
right.
some bacon somewhere.
All the ingredients to prepare more
I'll
breakfast
know my
are
way
still out.
around it. But yeah, let me hide this stuff.
Okay. And I pull my key out and I wait 30 seconds with it in the air and turn it.
All right, your hammer space opens up. What all do you have in there, by the way?
Lots of
Well,
stuff.
we've sorted out all the gold.
Did we?
So
Yeah, you put the gold in the lockbox in the ship, I believe.
as of the last time I had updated it, 45 rations, 4 bedrolls, 3 tents, 2 small cages, 4.5 gold's worth of fruit preserves, the pontiff's head, and Lorcax's chest set, and an old cactus fruit.
What
Wow.
about what about the Tabaxi or the Dragonborn's head?
We threw those overboard, remember? Because we were done with them.
No, you
Were
threw
we?
their bodies overboard. You kept their heads. Because you presented one of them to the Aarakocra.
Ah, well, I guess I let him keep it.
Both of them or just one?
We don't need them. I still got Gulliver's Omnibus Holiday Pass. I wonder if those are still used. I wonder if they still accept those.
Well, considering that was only up until the new year of 998, I believe, they probably aren't.
It's a collector's item.
Keep it in my pocket.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
My
Uh,
girlfriend is currently making her own character sheet for a D&D game that her friend from like high school is doing,
all right.
and she's rolling barbarian. And she was like, "I don't even think I need to roll. I have 77 health because they're 8th level."
Yeah, no, you do need a roll.
Yeah, I told her to go ahead and roll, and she got 78.
Oh, well, I mean, you could get the average. You choose average.
Well, the average, she said she would have gone with the average, which is 77. I was like, "No, you
Oh,
gotta roll."
oh, yeah. All right. Okay. So as you shove all your stolen goods into there, what's the next plan of action?
Uh, Honestly, I don't know other than leaving.
Well, Katya is gonna make breakfast for the rest of the crew with what's available.
All right. Uh, as the as y'all are making breakfast, you hear the butler come in, holding Cyril's spellbook, and says, "All right, all right. Um, there is a spell in here that could aid in learning what to do in combination with another spell. If you can, are you aware of the ability of scrying?" And he flips to a
Oh yeah, I've done
page
that a
that
couple times.
has a lot of words and symbols written in Undercommon. Um, if you can see him and the location, I can grab the staff of teleportation. You can go there today. You'll have a higher chance of getting there. It'd be risky.
Well,
And the staff would need to recharge. It wouldn't be able. We recently had the shipment come. It came back, and so the staff would still need to recharge. But at dusk, I can grab it for you. It's just in
we do
Surizal's
have
chambers.
a scrying orb on the ship, unless you stole that too.
Katya's gonna guess that staff of teleportation is the one she just stole.
That is that would be a decent assessment, considering that staff did ring as conjuration magic.
Yep. She's gonna have to sneakily put that back, maybe. Oh, she
Um,
can get out of this
yes.
situation.
It'd be better if we had something that belonged to them, to this cult. Um,
I mean, we have several of their rings.
you can use that as a focus, and he closes the book and says, and you wouldn't even need to. Well, if they are in the same place, if those rings are from where he is headed, then that would be a surefire way to get there with no complications.
Mm.
Just make sure that you get the revenge that Surazal desires. Make them suffer, if you would.
Of course.
All right. He strains his back and heads back out, heading up the stairs. So,
Great.
as y'all,
Might have to put that staff back real quick.
All right, I open the door.
all right,
Katya grabs the staff.
all right,
And now she's gonna try and sneak it back.
all right. Go ahead and roll stealth.
Another 20 for a total of 31.
Awesome. As you sneak down the hall, very quietly you pass by the butler's chambers where you can hear him getting into bed to rest. It's been a very long morning for him, and you make a beeline to Surazal's room, which is currently open and unlocked.
Cool. She puts the staff back into the umbrella holder thing.
All right,
With the staff, the other stuff is still in the secret door.
all right.
All right.
You do see that Surazal's spellbook has been placed back on the bookshelf, on a bookshelf, or on the nightstand.
Yeah. Well, he has explicitly said that the staff still needs recharge time, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, is it safe to assume we're sticking around for that, or is there another plan?
That would be something to discuss with the captain.
Okay, let's go talk to the captain then.
All right, you head back downstairs to regroup with the crew.
I guess I should have done that first. But if the butler's taking a nap, I can just go grab it again. Anyway. So, Captain, what is the plan? Do we wait for the staff? Or, do you want to just get sailing? I mean, I can go grab it again. I realized I should have asked you first, but... Oh well.
Probably a good idea to get to teleport in. So dangerous idea. We would need to be prepared. See
Where
if
are we
maybe
teleporting to?
Alright, so I'll go get the staff. We'll just take it with us and leave and wait and use it when we think we are ready.
it would be. We can't just take their staff.
We can take whatever we want. Sushi says, like slowly, putting more and more silverware in her pockets.
The butler did state that y'all can use the staff if you want to wait.
I rolled a 19 stealth to go get it again if we just want to, like, take it with us and sail away and use it later.
It's like they kind of use it. They can't just like take it and keep it. They use that for like shipping. They use that for.
Okay. But I'm just going to leave it here on the table at this point.
Yeah.
To what? You don't want to put it back again?
Listen, I'm old, okay? I like to climb the walls and be the little gremlin, but sometimes I can only go back and forth so much.
Like they use that for like getting the cinderwood or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
bet-
my zoomies
I
are
bet-
zoomed out for today. I'm sorry.
I bet picking up Katya, she has like that old lady cat thing where like she looks a lot heavier than she is.
Yeah, Katya's fat, but also very fluffy.
Yeah, but even the fat cats, they lose a lot of weight when they get old. They just kind of turn light for some reason.
Mm.
It's because they have horrible osteoporosis.
Bone atrophy.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened to my cat.
Aw. Alright. So,
Anyway,
what's your plan of action?
Plan of action.
Do we want to
God,
keep one of Sir Zol's bodies just in case it comes in useful later?
I mean, I guess we can try to stuff the kid in the bag of colding.
I mean, like it might be helpful, is all I'm saying.
On top of keeping dead things from turning into goo, is the bag of colding, and I don't think that's an interspatial thing. I think that's just a bag that gets cold.
No, it is.
No, it has some extra space in there. We've stuffed like a few monsters in there.
Yeah, it is a bag. It's basically a bag of holding with a smaller capacity, but keeps things fresher for longer.
Yeah, we
All
don't
right,
have.
all right. He was alive. He wasn't. He wasn't dead and faking it. So he is going to
What?
rot if we don't put him in it.
How would he be a faking it?
You know, like liches being an undead.
I'm sure there are plenty of nice liches in the world.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying that he wasn't. He was a living person.
I'm assuming y'all
I
are
don't know.
having
It
this
just sounds a
conversation
little
as y'all are going
prejudiced.
down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. It just sounds a little prejudiced against the undead.
as
What do they
y'all
care? They're dead.
as y'all are reach the bottom, you can see that while the child's body is still there, Cyrizal's is not, and there is uh drops of blood leading to his lab. Um, and also the floor is covered in the gross water and slime.
All right, I'm going to the lab.
Also, his
This sounds
clothes.
interesting.
Also, his clothes are on the ground, along with anything that he was holding. His
Side
glasses,
note,
his
did I ever
dagger.
put my armor back on?
I mean,
You never mentioned.
yeah, you never mentioned.
Well, okay. Anyway, I'm gonna follow the trail.
All right,
I'm
follow.
gonna stuff the kid in the bag of colding.
All right, you gotta just
If nothing
you
else, it'll
go
make a
feet
good
first.
alchemy ingredient.
You go feet first. You shove him feet first into the bag. It's a little hard to stuff him with the once it gets to like the shoulders, but you like lift the arms up to sort of slop him in there. Uh, Sushi. As you're following the trail of blood and slime, uh, you see that it leads to a vat. Like it leads to a door
Mm.
in the back of the lab, which then leads to a vat full of a white fluid, and you can see Cyrizal's body
Mm.
is in a fetal position inside there. And what's more, the fluid seems to be hardening into
I'm
a
gonna
sort
poke
of.
it.
It's sort of sticky to the touch. It's It has a texture of like sap halfway dried into amber.
Does it taste like sap?
You want to taste it?
I'm gonna lick it.
Okay. It tastes like ash, and it is not a good texture on the tongue.
Tastes like ash.
Yeah.
I inform Levere.
I'm walking into the lab. What are you doing?
I'm tasting the ash.
Don't eat random magical reagents.
I'm not eating it. I'm licking it.
That's eating.
As y'all are having this
Don't you
conversation,
know?
as
Proper wizards have to lick their reagents, or else they can't tell if it's bone or stone.
as y'all are having this conversation, you see a tentacle from Muliath stretching into the room, holding a piece of metal, which it places onto the floor next to the um, amber preserved Surazal the 13th. Um, as the tentacle moves away, you can see that um, there's a new plaque that says Surazal the 14th.
So this has been what's been happening each time. Convenient. So do you think that's like a mother brain or something? Levere? Captain?
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like whenever one of them dies, the monster just plops it into that. Because like we can see all the amber ones. He
Yeah.
vaguely points at them.
Yeah. One thing you notice is
No,
that
so like
in all of them, they seem to have like their necks like close to the edge of the amber, uh, like at the thinnest part of the amber, regardless of what position they're in.
so
Weird.
like
I'm sure there's a reason for that.
so do you think the tentacle thing is like a mother brain or a hive mind? Really weird shaped kraken?
I have no idea, and it's wizard shit, so I don't care.
You don't care about wizard shit?
No, wizard shit only brings trouble. We had a wizard, and it ended up with a zombie interrupting my date.
I'm pretty sure that counts as wizard shit.
Yeah, they bring trouble.
Sushi's pointing at Levere's bracer.
This has also brought
It does bring
trouble.
trouble. It does bring trouble. So do you want to leave Levere or
Yeah,
do you
we
want to take a chunk
have
of
to-
amber with us?
No. I mean, I guess we could give it to Tross and he could
It's still
study it, I
goopy.
guess.
We could probably scoop some out.
Do you have a container?
Don't you have a container? Sushi starts looking through her bag.
Is there an empty bottle on the shelf?
There are several bottles, flasks, and jars in Surazal's lab. Some filled with stuff, some not. You can see that there is a Oh, what's that? What's the fourth dimensional jar called again?
A Klein bottle.
Yeah, there's the Klein
A
bottle.
Klein flask.
There's the Klein flask being used as a paperweight.
Or bottle, yeah.
I think I still have some cactus fruits in here.
You do. They are
Mm.
dried at this point.
Oh, hey, I
Klein
still have a
bottle
goat's
is-
milk bottle left.
A
Ugh.
Klein bottle is a three-dimensional object with one side.
Sushi puts the goat's milk back into her bag to forget about for several more months.
Yeah, no, you pull it out, it smells awful. It's beyond cheese at this point.
That's get rid of that.
No, it's useful. Why would I get rid of useful stuff? Look, I have studded leather armor in here. I've got a mithril ingot still.
Hmm.
Scimitar. 50 feet of rope for some reason. Oh, a healing potion. Poisoner's kit.
As Sushi digs through her bag, what do you do?
I just take a bottle off the shelf that has a lid.
All right, you find a decent sized one that has like a cork.
And I'll just dunk that into the goo and let it fill.
Uh,
Like scoop it if it doesn't glorp in.
yeah, you gotta scoop it.
Yeah, I scoop it.
Glorp.
It takes
You
quite a
use your
bit of effort
hands.
it takes quite a bit of
Use your
effort to
bare hands.
scoop a chunk out of it, and you cork it in.
Get a bucket. Grab it with your
shit is-
bare hands.
Shit is nasty.
Well, who knows? Maybe it'll make a good alchemy ingredient.
It's got it's like half melted Jolly Ranchers. That's its consistency at this point.
Jolly Rancher. Does that mean the other ones are have the consistency of Jolly Rancher?
No,
So she starts chewing on one.
it's sticky and
No.
hard as stone.
Yep, that's Jolly Rancher.
I mean, it's amber. It's white amber.
I mean that's you just described Jolly Rancher when you said sticky and hard as stone.
Jolly Ranchers aren't
Oh.
hard as stone.
They are very hard. am so glad I haven't chipped a tooth on them.
I find that Jolly Ranchers are the difficulty with eating a Jolly Rancher is when like you get them small enough that they're that you can chew them, but then you accidentally get like your top and bottom jaw like stuck because you chew
most
too
of the
hard.
fun. What do you mean small enough to chew them?
Because you don't want to chew them when they're full, like when they're big. You have to suck on them to get them to dissolve until they're like flat enough to safely chew on.
No, you just chew them immediately.
No,
That's how you get Jolly Rancher. You
That's
chew
how you-
on them,
that's how
and
you
then
chip a
you
tooth.
stick your jaws together.
But yeah,
To be fair, I've only actually chipped one tooth, and that was because I flipped a coin.
Jesus Christ.
I hit it into my mouth when I was trying to catch it, and then it bounced off my tooth, and now I have a chip out of my front tooth.
All right. Anything else y'all want to do in Struzal's lab?
I've always wanted to know what dark elf tastes like.
Don't eat. I'm not letting you eat the kid.
It's the other dark meat.
All right.
I'm not letting you eat the child sushi. Even you should have standards.
That was a deep cut. Anyway,
All right.
didn't I sell Cornella's dust the second time we got it, or do I still have that?
You sold it under the
We
table.
got it a second time.
You sold it back to
Yeah,
Tabble.
but we got it back. Oh,
Yeah, we
sold
sold
it
we
back to him again.
we sold it back, and also the gems.
Yeah, and Tabble made sure it was under the table because he kind of figured what it meant if you got it again.
I
Yeah,
sold the eye back again, right? Because I just deleted that.
Yes.
yeah, that was the sapphire.
Yeah.
Okay, what about, did I ever sell... Oh shoot, I don't know what I just deleted because that's the eye sapphire there.
Control Z.
You can control Z on...
Oh wait,
Nope,
no.
nope, that's not how it works.
All right. Well, let's just say whatever you lost ended up getting taken by Shiny.
Do I still have the mithril ingot? Yes.
I believe so. You
But
haven't used it
I
yet
don't believe I currently have the mithril watch case.
because that was not made.
No, the case was made. It just wasn't switched out with the watch. That's why I gave it to Tavel.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
We need to go see Tavel again.
we do.
Or Davel. Or Bavel.
All
I
right.
don't think there was a babble.
Bavel?
Okay. One final time.
I guess technically it would be
Are y'all
Bavel,
doing
but-
anything else in the lab?
Probably
Well,
not.
I was gonna lick Surazol, but I guess not.
He's completely
He's
submerged.
He's completely submerged in goo that is rapidly turning into stone.
Yeah.
I could stick my face in.
Your head will get stuck, and I am not helping you out.
You can certainly try. I don't advise it.
You're going to suffocate, and I'm leaving you there.
But that would be a really good death.
No, it would
This
be
is the conversation
be a
they're
really-
having as they walk away, like walk up
Okay.
the stairs.
Yeah.
It would be a pretty good death to you know.
It would be an incredibly stupid death, and you would shame your family for generations.
Your familiar crawls out of your shirt onto your shoulder and says, "It would be very stupid, and our master would be very displeased, and you probably don't want to make him angry."
Whatever you say, I'm gonna tickle his tummy.
It bites.
He's got such a cute little tummy.
Yeah, he goes back into goo form and slips back into your fur or whatever. Basically a Venom symbiote, but not cool.
Yeah, he's just normally shaped like a cranium rat.
Yeah.
Which means he looks a little
Hey.
silly.
Whenever is a symbiote not cool?
The symbiotes are cool.
Symbiote. Symbiote.
I think the symbiotes are cool. All right, so you return back to the Grand Foyer. So you all reunite. Are the clerics still asleep by this time?
I mean, probably. They wanted a long rest.
Yeah. All right. Are y'all gonna stay in the mansion?
At least I assumed they wanted a long rest because they didn't get one.
Are y'all gonna stay in the mansion while the castle while the clerics sleep, or are you just gonna hang around until they wake up?
Huh? Oh, no, Sushi's leaving.
All right, where you heading?
Ship.
All right. You make your way to the ship. It takes a couple hours to get there, though not nearly as long as.
I will pass by making sure to just kind of like look in on all of the people we've met along the way and how they are in terrible financial situations because they no longer have necromantic serpents.
You see the guard is trying to quell a mob that is like kind of angry, demanding answers. But you leave that behind.
You don't see a lot of You don't see a lot of pro necromancer angry mobs.
Hmm.
You know that's kind of nice. It's like a children's story,
Uh,
Hallmark movie.
yeah. But you make your way back to the ship. When you board, you can see all three of your attendants. Well, the first thing you notice is that the captain's quarters, the door is wide open.
Nobody thought to close the door.
Nobody thought to close my door.
Did you join Sushi?
I mean, Levere is done. He's going to the ship. He's gonna lie down in his bed.
Okay. Yeah, you see your door's wide open. The lock has been tampered with. Somebody jimmied it open.
Oh, when
You
I
didn't
get my
even do
head
it
the
that guy, I'm
cool
wringing
way.
his neck.
Actually, wait, no,
I
it
am
wouldn't be
wringing
jimmied
his
open.
neck.
You didn't even do it the cool way, which is, breaking in through the massive window that I don't even think Levere leaves locked.
Actually, scratch that. It's not jimmied open. It was unlocked from the inside.
Oh, right, Goo Man.
I knew I mentioned it. I said I was gonna do it. I knew I should have put up some kind of magic alarm.
Well, I think the more thing you would need would be like one of those like things you stick under doors so that it doesn't get cold.
That would just get pushed when the door opens.
Yeah, but like Goo wouldn't be able to sleep under it.
Yeah, the goo could have come in through the lock hole.
Then plug the lock hole.
What am I, how am I
Get
gonna?
a better lock.
We don't have better locks.
People have invented better locks. Go to
Stop victim blaming.
McCreer.
Alright.
Katya also came along, leaving the sleeping cleric just sitting there in the
They'll be
middle of the
fine.
hallway.
They were tucked into a corner. They were put on a couch.
Fainting couch. Surazal is the exact kind of dramatic bitch that would have a fainting couch.
Yeah, but he would magically summon it. Damn it, I should have given him a ring of summon fainting couch. It's just a couch that appears whenever you go unconscious.
That would be so good.
That'd be...
That would be so good.
Fuck it, there's one in Surazal's jewelry box in his room.
Katya stole it.
Yeah, sure, fuck it. It would probably require attunement. They're probably not the most useful.
We're D&D players. We can break the fuck out of that magic item somehow.
Oh yeah.
There is some way to get a lot of use out of summon fainting couch.
All right.
Anyway.
So, you're in your room. The box where you stored this stuff is just on the floor, but it is closed. Like he did close it after opening it. So what do you do, Labir?
Is there a termite Pokemon? Sorry.
I don't know.
Alright.
We can't sail. Our clerics are still in the castle.
Katya brought them.
Oh.
There doesn't seem to be anything else stolen other than the scepter. And Sushi, as you go down below deck, you can see your attendants are currently sitting at the table, passed out. They are breathing. There is a empty bottle of the apple cider that has rolled onto the floor.
I'm just gonna. I'm flopping into my bed, saying into the message earring. Sushi, tell your keepers to keep their traps shut next time.
My keepers.
You know they're more responsible than you.
That's not a high bar.
And that's why they're your keepers.
All right, Sushi is dragging them to bed by their tails.
All right. You bring them back into their room. One of them like snorts. Did you, Katya, when you brought the clerics, did you also bring the cane, or not the cane, the staff, or did you leave that on the, uh, in the kitchen?
Um, she took it.
Okay.
I'm going with she took it. It's too useful to just leave there.
All right.
And he did say we could use it. Like, we can just, like, go back and
Yeah.
put it back later. Like, whatever.
All right. Anything y'all want to do? Anything else you want to do before, uh, it reaches dusk and the staff is usable?
Uh, sorry, can you repeat that? I'm just.
Anything you want to do before it becomes dusk and the staff is usable?
Not really, no.
I guess I'll write to Tross
All right.
saying that someone
Sleep,
stole
I
my
guess?
divination. My what I can only assume is crystallized pure divination. And someone has nicked it.
Well,
After
at least you know it wasn't Nickit.
after a bit, Tross writes back and says, "The one from Cogston?
Yep.
Fuck."
Yep.
He draws an angry face. Uh,
Did that guy ever give us a first name, or do we only know him as Doctor Tod?
Todd is first name. What's Todd for?
Todd's his last.
Odyssey.
It was his last name was Todd with 1D.
Oh, 1D? I've
Not
been
Todd
doing
with
2Ds.
2Ds?
Yeah, no, Todd with 1D.
I've been doing 2Ds this
Maybe
whole
he-
time.
Oh, rip.
Maybe his name is actually Todd Todd, and it's 2Ds and then 1D.
No. If he did give his name, it is Victor, I believe.
All right.
Victor Von Todd.
All right. Tross is a smart guy. He probably knows smart guys. I'll write down in the book. Speaking of, have you ever heard of a Dr. Victor Tod?
After a bit of time, he says, Dr. Victor Todd died in the Battle of Theophania. He was a member of the crew of the Storm of Pelcroft.
Did he have a penchant for slimes?
Uh, not sure. All I know is that he was acquired by them to try and uh, find a cure for the sunlight weakness that the storm had.
Well, the guy that stole my crystal claims to be Victor Tod, and he has
I like to
some kind of
imagine
mimic.
that I like to imagine that Levere has to like write tone notes and like scribbles really hard when he's angry and stuff.
slash Cirrus. Uh,
Oh yeah, some of I will say, some of the angrier remarks are being written in Draconic.
he can read Draconic.
Some are even being
Every
written
time you get
in
pissed, you just
Precursor.
written.
After a few, it takes. When you're more angry, it takes more longer for him to respond because he has to decipher than if you're writing in Precursor. But after some time, he says, "That's extremely worrying. Last I heard, he was uh, run through by uh, the scepter and uh, tossed into the ocean."
Let's be honest here. We've seen people come back from worse.
Well, if you've got any information on him that you think may be useful, would love to hear it.
All I know is that he is a very dangerous individual if this is him. And the fact that if it is him, if he survived all this time, then that is concerning. Very, very concerning. Why would he resurface after 30 years?
Or his studies, I presume.
If you get the chance, we should meet in Medicto.
I will also, because that guy's face is burned into my mind.
Todd's?
Yeah. So I'm going to sketch out to the best of my abilities.
Alright, go ahead and roll
Goodbye.
performance check, I guess. I don't know, dex check. What would drawing be?
I rolled a 13 for performance, or not 13, 17 for performance.
Alright. It's a pretty good likeness. You don't really
Not
have
the
shading.
best,
But you managed to capture him.
police sketch.
Yeah, he looked about 25 or so. So you managed to sketch out mid 20s human, sort of gaunt. Just the face or full body?
Probably both. Close up of the face and then a generalized look of his outfit
All right,
and his shape.
all right. As you do, and it fades away. Uh, then after a bit, uh, Tross does respond.
Mm.
That does look like him. The way he looked 30 years ago, which is very, very bad since he should be in his 50s if he was still alive. He wasn't a vampire as far as I knew.
Yeah, and we saw him in the sun, so he's probably not a vampire.
We can talk more in person.
Agreed.
Do you know what he's going to do with the divination?
You mentioned something about his experiments.
That's never good.
I can't remember. Did he specifically say what he was going to be doing with it? Or just that it would be a helpful tool for his experiments?
Helpful tool.
If I had to guess, it's divination, which is time. I'm very, very familiar with that by now. If I had to guess, maybe he's going to be using it to, I don't know, speed time up in a small spot. Individual experiments, subjects.
Whatever it is, it needs to be stopped. That man cannot be allowed to live.
Oh, trust me, when I get my hands on him, he ain't gonna be alive.
Be careful. He was part of one of the most dangerous crews of the last century.
All right,
Alright.
all right. Where did he say that he wanted to meet up?
He wants to meet you in, Medicto.
Medicto. All right, hold on. Let me just. Ah, yes. The ray. All right.
I think Tor 2 is near Medicto.
No, Tortu's near Esfeld.
The Ray is near Fatio, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, yeah, it is. So Tortu would be closer, but it would still be probably at least a few days of sailing.
Yeah.
Which means we get to go on the random encounter map again.
Yeah.
Whoop. Whoop. All right, I'll
Or-
let the crew know that I'll let the crew know that we'll be going to Medicto.
Alright. Are you going to use the staff, tonight, or are you going to wait until after you get to Medicto to use it?
I'll wait until after we get to Medicto. This is information is invaluable.
Alright.
There is a reason why there are entire industries based around gaining information and selling it.
Indeed. Alright. So, as you as you place the Crystal Fortitude into the into the helm and open up the portal to that construct and make your way through to a colder but also more sunny area. I think that's where we're going to call it a night as y'all arrive in the outskirts of Tortu. So, thank you everybody for watching. This was World of Tapir. Tune in to the other stuff on the channel, such as Plasticos, which is Chalkvy's homebrew system. It's a bit of a short episode today, but it's fine. But yeah, there's also I am playing Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. We recently had the creepy steeple last week, and next week is, or I guess tomorrow, as of this going up, is going to be the Keelhole Key chapter. There is also Kingdom Hearts going on, which by the time this goes up, may very well be finished.
Maybe.
Probably
not.
I
doubt it. I doubt it.
There and finally there is also
Forget you
Mario
still have
Galaxy
like
2.
3 or 4 boss fights to get through.
Yeah, but it's only the boss fights. There's also Mario Galaxy 2. The
Yeah.
latest
But wait.
episode, we had to fucking do the goddamn comet stars, which
Yeah, you hate
I
comets.
do hate the comets.
But
So
Silver,
what?
of course it can't be the final episode of Kingdom Hearts next. You still need to help Pooh Bear.
All right. Yeah. Okay. There is finally comment challenge of the day. Favorite breakfast food. I like eggs and bacon between two pieces of toast. That's my favorite.
Eggs and bacon between two pieces of toast, pretty good. Also good for that is between pancakes or a split in half biscuit.
Or a croissant.
Or a croissant, also good, also
I
good.
love croissants. I wish I knew where to get gluten-free ones.
Oh.
Personally, my favorite breakfast is a bottle of Yoo-hoo and like
The chocolate
two
milk?
or yeah, a bottle of Yoo-hoo and 2 or 3 dozen glazed donut holes.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
That I get in the bag and I pour them into my mouth.
I can't find any good gluten-free waffles, but waffles, and also I fucking love bacon, but I recently learned I'm allergic to pork.
Oh. That's rough.
It's your poor tummy genetics.
It's delicious, and I have trouble staying away from delicious things.
Understandable. I have IBS, and yet I still eat eggs.
Your poor tummy genetics, the both of you.
Yeah.
Yo, my
Egg and
insides are,
cheese
like,
on a
literally
Kaiser roll.
very-
Yum. All right. Well, with that out of the way, there's not left to say, but good night, everybody.
Good
Or
night,
bagel.
everybody.
Bagel.
Sorry the clerics didn't do much.
Oh fuck, I miss bacon.